Welcome everyone to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans featured right here on the TNI Network. This is Trent, my co-host Jaybone and Bill, and the very special guest, one of my best friends in the entire world who I've known for 23 years. This week. You know what? 23 years. We go back to 1999, me and this guy. This is Dave of Dave's couch fame. This is the Dave. This is the Dave who's couch.
That's what he tells all the ladies.
That's
Dave
right.
who? Dave who?
This couch I sat on and watched on my ass and watched every single episode of TNA for 111 weeks straight at his house. Even like the one rare occasion we had to miss a Wednesday, we taped it and I came over on a Friday and we watched it. Dave, say hello.
Hello.
Are you not on Twitter anymore? I was going to plug your. Are you gone from Twitter now?
I was just about to say that. I noticed you guys all have your handles, and I got Dave.
Let's at least capitalize.
It's just Dave.
No, we're Twitter. You were on Twitter. I
dropped many moons ago.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, listen, we guys, we have made it to episode 100. NWA TNA is a throwback. Throwback is now Mondays. We moved to Mondays for those who I think it's still a couple of weeks still if everybody really settles into it, but we've moved to Mondays, and it's been good. It's working out so far, so I'm glad Mondays is an option. But we have made it to episode 100. It's the 2-year anniversary, basically, of the Asylum, which is an epic moment in general. I mean, it's 20th year this year of the company. We're celebrating year 2 in this episode.
Crazy
because, like I said, Dave and I watched from day 1 of this stuff, and this I remember. Dave, the hype of this moment was an awesome. Like this was an awesome time. We
had some good times watching this back in the day when it was nobody knew what was going to happen from one week to the next, and if they were going to be back on, and it was all pay-per-view. So it's obviously wasn't like your standard weekly show. It's kind of I was watching this. It kind of hit me as I'm watching this thing. It's a 2-hour show, right? They had to fill 2 hours. It's a pay-per-view every week. It's not like an hour and a half or hour and 36, hour 40, whatever, because of commercials. That's a 2-hour show that they're doing every single week. They have to fill every single minute of it. It's quite a lot of stuff.
One thing we talk about, Jay, we bring up a lot here, is that it literally is, and Bill, Bill and I have talked about this a lot too. It's literally total nonstop action the entire show. There's no dead air on this program at all, ever.
Right.
Yeah, they're filling it up. They're filling it up great. There were some times where maybe it wasn't the best weekly pay-per-view over this haul, but right now that they have the TV product and with these pay-per-views lately, it seems like they're hitting almost. Not that the show was perfect, but it was pretty good, and the flow's there. We get to the questionable booking decisions of early TNA. That's what they became known for, and it's evident in this episode. But definitely you can't. The name fits. Total nonstop action is very accurate.
Yeah, definitely is. Now, Jay, the funny thing here is Jay is watching everything for the first time, Dave. He's like a one run through for all this stuff.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
So
One a week.
And we're doing it one a week. So he's experiencing this like we did.
And by the way, congratulations to you guys for getting this 100th episode of this review. That's a hell of a thing over the past couple of years to have watched and reviewed all of these. Nice work.
Isn't that crazy? We
nice
did
work.
100 weeks.
We haven't putzed out, we didn't hit a certain episode and like, dude, this sucks, man. Can we be done already? All right.
No, it's been fun. I reliving this. Like you guys, I emphasize to the listeners they have every week how like this was so important to us at the time. I mean, remember we were 20 years younger. Okay, so this is pre kids for Dave. This is like college days. We were literally like we had nothing to worry about. We're 20 years old, doing this.
Oh, I think I have pictures.
Disco fever, disco fever, disco fever. Yeah.
You remember those days, Dave? Is the picture of me on the couch still in here? I had the picture of the couch. Where did that go?
We put that up on that last episode I was on. Yeah, if you guys still have it, that's a great picture.
Where is that picture? I know we put it up somewhere. I can't remember where we had it, but it was like this was we were doing this every week. We were going to indie shows once or twice a week, depending on who was in town. It was like 2004 AAW just started around this time, like around this year. We went to the first AAW show because it was like a new company. So we were going to all those indies. So like all these guys,
the competition was like the wild. It was like the Wild Wild West. All the WWE competition was like nobody knew who was going to stick. It was like everybody was trying everything, and these guys were like the first legit weekly show. Yeah, that after ECW and WCW, it was like, oh my god, these guys are actually doing it. You hear the rumors and start doing it, and then it was like, of course, now it's 2 years later, they're still at the at the asylum, and now, of course, obviously 20 years later. Oh my god,
it's crazy, right? But like we were seeing a lot of these guys, Bill, like on the indies. Like what you see, Bill goes to a ton of indie shows now, so a lot of guys on TV now. Like now, it's like they're just it's a free for all. Like if you're on TV, you'll just be on the indies too. Back then, it was like this wasn't an official TV company at the time; it was a pay-per-view company. We were seeing Chris Daniels, Low Key, shit, you name it. These guys were all appearing on local indies all the time for us. We were seeing them constantly, so it was a weird time, man. But we were so fucking invested in this shit. Like I can't even episode. We would rewatch some of these Wednesday episodes sometimes, like it's like mere days later. Like we were such nerds. But yeah, man, it's an accomplishment for us to get to this. But I think for TNA at the time, I think it was a big deal too because nobody expected them to get past show number one. So I don't know, Bill. Any rumors now where the 20th is going to be? You're in the mix. You know the people. Are they going to Birmingham to do it back where show number one was? They going to the Asylum?
Well, I know what NWA is going to be filming in Skyway, but also the I guess the revamped, upgraded fairgrounds. So I guess that's a possibility for a venue. If they want to go back to Nashville, I don't see them doing Alabama. I doubt it.
Is that venue still there? The Von Braun Center?
It is still there. Someone I don't know if it's Terrence or somebody else in the chat has confirmed that that's still being used. So it's an option. I don't think they'd go there. I don't think they'd risk it for an Alabama crowd, not knowing what type of crowd they get. But then if not, they'd probably go safe. Chicago, New York, one of those heavy. They go to Texas a lot over the last during the Anthem era. We'll see. Yeah, the old Huntsville. There's Terrence. I knew he was the guy that knew all about
Huntsville. Huntsville, Alabama. But yeah, man, Dave, how about this? If they come to Chicago, you got to come to the 20th anniversary with me. You and I got to go. Yeah, we never made it.
Why
you know what? What kills me? You and I never took a road trip to the Asylum in those days.
No, you went to the Asylum.
I went for the homecoming show in 2019, but like. Honestly, I'll be, and Dave's not an emotional guy, guys. All right, he's gonna hate me for this right now, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Known the guy for a long time, but I felt so sad that you weren't there with me. I really did. I really fucking did, man. I was like, he should be here with me right now. He should be right next to me, and this does not feel right that the one time I got here, he's not here with me.
I went to the Impact Zone once. I saw him down in Orlando.
He went first.
Saw
he
TV
did go
taping.
First. He dragged his poor now wife through 7 hours of TV taping.
Saw the same main event twice. Do it again. Roll it again.
Roll it again.
Beauty of television.
Yep. Yeah, that was interesting. But no,
That's wild.
it would bum me. I just cannot understand because we would drive to nearly Evansville, Indiana to see shows. IWA Mid-South, remember that stuff? And I'm like, what's another 4 hours from there or 3 hours from there? We're going to be in Nashville. Why the hell did we go to the Asylum? I think because it was a Wednesday night. That's what I think always threw it off. We had school. We were in college. Longer than my marriage.
No comment on that one, Zach. Oh my god.
This is the running theme. This is the running theme of this show. But all right, let's jump in, boys. Let's jump in. Wait, Jay. There is some big news today. I'll let Jay kick it off, and Bill, since you're more attached to current product than anybody, I'll let you chime in on this. Do you want to just mention the Josh Alexander stuff so we can at least put it on here?
Oh, yeah. So Josh Alexander put out a tweet today saying that his visa and his Impact Wrestling contract has expired. we've been chatting about this today. The Discord is erupting. I have not been on Twitter, but Twitter's probably a hot mess. It's there's people out there saying, "Oh, it's a work. We saw this on TV." Blah 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 blah. No, it's what you would call, I think, what you would call a worked shoot, because the contract stuff, the visa stuff, that's legit.
Yeah.
What you saw on TV was them writing him off on, you're politely writing them off of TV. It's not just all of a sudden, hey, where's Josh been? That'd be pretty shitty.
Yeah.
So and for those of you who think this is like, fake or something, it's not. Visa stuff is unfortunately legit stuff that has to be taken care of. And for the fans questioning this, well, how long did it take for the inspiration to show up on TV? So we know that there are issues out there. Now, and thank you for the super chats, everyone.
Mark was one of our hosts.
Mark,
he's going to try to pop in, he said, if he can. He
Mark,
has something going on at home.
You crazy. We work with you. Why are you tipping us? No, we love you. So yeah, it absolutely sucks. And I hate to say it, but I hope he's back sooner rather than later, because once this kind of stuff lapses, and we're still in the midst of the great Panini from over 2 years ago now. Who knows when he'll be back? And this isn't, for those of you who are like, oh, well, he's just going to show up on WWE, or he's just going to show up in AEW. No, he's not. No, he cannot work in this country. That's the issue.
This happened to him once before, to Josh, when he got banned at the board. Remember that, Bill? Where he got stuck and he wasn't allowed to come into the country because he was coming in without a visa.
An issue when the Monster Mafia, when before they became the North, and he was out of the country. But Impact, I think, had a hand in helping with that at the time.
They hired him. They've got him a visa.
Visa.
That was it.
They worked on it. So they kind of helped out back then. Now, obviously, there does seem to be part of a work with that storyline with the contract, but I don't know that how this all played into it. What kind of went wrong here? But at least he didn't get into the territory like a Mike Bailey did, where you got the 5-year ban for working without the visa.
Wow,
right? That's there's no going back from that. You do the working without the visa thing, you're done for 5 years.
So I think Silesia Sparks got that up there in Canada too.
She was banned. People got it. Like Bailey got that, man. Luckily, he was a youngster when that happened. But we're just seeing him now. He's been going for a long time.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens, guys. We'll see where it goes, because this is a very interesting situation. He's their top star, and he's got no work visa because the company let it lapse or whatever happened. So
hopefully Trent will forgive me for this, but now we have the infamous couch picture.
Wait, hold on. Let's wait till we get to those moments. So let's get this right now. Then you can.
This guy needs to set up.
Yeah. You can pop up I have to set it up. So we are
the couch.
We are going to review today NWA TNA number 100, June 23rd, 2004. Now, I was on my buddy Dave's couch on this very day, the 2-year anniversary. Jaybone, show him the couch. Show them all the couch. What do we got here? There's the couch, guys. I'm on the couch. Haircut, NWO t-shirt, the map of the world behind me. Ready to take it all on.
Love that map of the world.
20 years old. Wearing Jinkos, or the hell I had on right there. The
NWO zoom in there, one of our intrepid listeners or viewers. You might be able to zoom in on that tag on the
probably like Jerbo. Remember those?
IOUs?
IOU, bomb equipment.
I think it says Lee.
Is it Lee? I don't know where that bought Lee.
Maybe, I don't know.
No.
No, maybe not.
I definitely still have
Too
that
long
NWO
to wait.
t-shirt. That's for sure. I still have that damn shirt. Awesome. There's the couch, guys. That's Dave's couch. Now, Dave, I imagine your answer would be the same as mine, just on the other couch.
Or maybe sit next to you on the couch. You never know.
Maybe we usually we did the
So you
bro
could be
thing.
within reaching range of the pizza or whatever.
The pizza, yeah.
Whatever we're eating.
Most likely for the anniversary show, I think we probably splurged. This was a deep dish lose night. We probably were like, it's anniversary. Let's get a deep dish.
You went deep dish. You went casserole, as they say.
The convenient thing around his dad's house, there was a lot of food everywhere. It was easy to get to food. A lot of places that delivered.
Nice.
Yeah. A lot of places delivered around that time over there. But all right, Jaybone. It's probably some sad story, but where the hell were you on June 23rd, 2004?
I was probably just healing my hands up from grill marks from the grill, or some sad grilling accident or something.
It was June, so the weather was grill worthy. But no, okay, now here, but Dave, you'll be impressed on this. Bill has all of his emails still from that time, and he has his ticket confirmation emails. He could tell you where exactly he was on this day.
Yes, I can. I have an email from this day, and I've said before this was the era where I was doing some part-time seasonal work for the Flyers and the Sixers down in Philly.
Nice.
And I saw on this day I got a email from my boss at the time about a upcoming opportunity to go after for that the next season. So that was that's what I did. I filled out that application that day. I know that for sure.
Nice, look at that,
Excellent.
huh?
Wow.
Very nice.
really
Right
cool.
to the day. Right to the day. This is it's impressive. It's impressive. All right.
You may not remember, but in July of 2004, so shortly after this, I got engaged to my wife.
That's right.
Oh.
That's right. You did.
Mm-hmm.
And then you were
So that's
married.
going
to
on
the-
here 20 years.
Oh, I mean, she was on the couch. The Mrs. Dave she watched most of these shows with us, like right next to us.
You never mentioned that the whole time, Trent.
The reason I didn't is because she pretty much slept through a lot of them because she was not interested in any of these. So she wasn't interested in watching them, but she was there. She was a supportive girlfriend, now wife.
She gained the information through osmosis, like
Yes.
subconsciously. She'd be like, we'd be talking the next week about something, and she'd be like, "No, you idiots! AJ Styles did this move off the top turnbuckle at that time." We'd be like, "What?"
I've told this story before, but I swear to God, one time we were both going back and forth, like, no, it was so and so, and he did it like this, and he's like, no, dude, it was about this, and I'm like, no, it was Kid Cash and Sonny Siak, and he's like, no, it was whatever, it was Dallas, and and she's like, no. Sonny Siaki came out first, and that's when Dallas did the run-in. Kid Cash came in after him. AJ Styles made the pin, and then Jeff Jarrett walked in and hit him with the guitar. That's what happened. Then she went back to sleep. We're like, holy shit. we're like, was she watching this whole time?
Now the question is, Trent,
One eye
did she think that Sonny Siaki was going to be bigger than The Rock like you did?
Man, we all thought it. I think I think we all did. Even the missus thought Sonny Siaki was going to be the guy.
I did.
Wait a minute. We loved him at the time. Rewatching this, I'm like, I don't know what I saw in that. All right, let's kick it off, boys. This is episode 100. It's the 2-year anniversary. They recap 99 and Impact number 3. So Jay, quickly just touch on Impact number 3 from Orlando at this point.
All right, it was a loaded show. It really was. They had 5 matches. I'll quick go over these. All right, so
This is the lead in to this episode. That's why we're gonna just mention it real quick.
yeah, so it kicked off with an international X match. It was a 6-way. Michael Shane, Sabin, Miyamoto, who ends up on this episode. So there is a little,
Yeah.
Elix Skipper, Kazarian, and Hector Garza. Oh my God, is Hector Garza over like Rover?
He's amazing. He was amazing. He was so good. All right, what else?
He had one of the biggest pops of the episode. Hector Garza wins the 6-way. You had the Naturals, who are still coming out in the AMW gear. So they get attacked by AMW. AMW gets shooed away like, hey, we're doing a show here. Come on, behave yourselves. So it's the Naturals versus Sabu and Sonjay Dutt.
Interesting.
And Sonjay Dutt tries to do the pointing thing. Sabu drop kicks him. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, Brown guys, let's just team you two up.
That's my gimmick, you son of a no. So the Naturals win here. Kind of felt weird. It's like, and Sabu had like one of the biggest pop twos, and his gear looked amazing. It was like. It was really cool, but the Naturals, a little push ski here, I feel.
Yep.
Especially if you're beating a legend like Sabu. D-Ray 3000. Boy, he is on a roll here, folks. He goes up against Abyss. Guess who won that one? I'll give you one guess.
We'll take our educated guess on that one.
If you guessed Abyss, who came out with Goldilocks, you are correct. Black Hole Slam, folks. Next, we get Mr. Aguilera. By the way, gotta quick throw this in here. Mr. Aguilera actually wore whole pants. No Swiss cheese showing the thong off. It was complete pants. I was so proud of him. I want to send him an email or something.
Complete pants.
This is S.A. Rios, the former S.A. Rios, right?
Yes. Mr. Aguila versus AJ Styles. Mark, what is up, brother?
Mark, meet Dave. This is the legend. Dave? This is one of my best friends in the entire planet. Dave.
Hello, Mark.
Wonderful to meet you, Dave. Welcome to the treehouse. Treehouse on the bottom.
The reason they call it the treehouse is that Mark is look, he's got a nice look at that Hemi hat he's rocking there. Dave, you want one of those hats?
Look at that.
You got one?
I got some left.
Hey, there was no hot sauce in my box. I was disappointed.
We are down to one case of hot sauce. So I will get you we're gonna do another round of hot sauce. Anyway, let Jaybone continue. We'll get pleasantries here in a second.
Eric Young with Scott D'Amore, Team Canada.
What a great
versus Ron Killings with 3 Live Crew. Ron Killings, being the number 1 contender, wins this one.
All right. So is that it?
Absolutely loaded 1-hour show.
Sounds
That's
like
a lot for an hour. Bill, show Dave your jersey there. What you're rocking there? Show him the
Team Canada.
Oh,
Team
yes.
Canada it's signed by. Who's it signed by? D'Amore, right?
No, this is signed by Bobby Roode.
Bobby Roode.
Jersey.
Bobby Roode. It's his jersey.
So good. So good.
All right, so that's the lead-in to this. But Mark, going back to this now. This is Dave. This is the couch. This is the everything.
Legendary.
This is the guy.
If anyone wants, I know you guys. I had you on in the background. I know you guys showed that picture. If anyone wants an HD copy, hit me up.
This is the primitive days of easily taking photos. That was probably on your Motorola flip at the time. You're like, hey.
yeah, and somehow it was still easily, because now everything's in the cloud. It was easily accessible on my current phone. All these years later, I was just like, oh yeah, I think I know where that picture is. Blah, blah, blah. There you go.
It's crazy. We got pictures of when we took trips and stuff to New York and St. Louis. We got all those pictures too. I gotta digitize those. We went to Bound for Glory 08. Went to a bunch of house shows for TNA back in the day. We went to Bound for Glory 08. We went to Lockdown 2010 and the Fan Fest.
Mm-hmm.
But
I was looking through those Fan Fest pics just the other day, actually.
Yeah,
I was talking to somebody at work about that. Somebody I work with used to spend some time down in Florida and was telling me that they were friends with Mark Marrow.
Oh, really?
Really interesting. I'm like, okay, look at these pictures, and I'm here's
Johnny B. Bad.
You're like Mark Marrow. Here's me hanging out with Hall and Nash. Come on.
I took that picture because I look like a 9-year-old. But I'm standing behind Hall and Nash, and they're doing like this, and I'm behind them, and I look like a little tiny 9-year-old standing behind two of them.
RVD was stoned. AJ Styles is super cool. We met AJ.
RVD was stoned.
This
Oh, wrong show. Sorry. I was right on that one.
Play the sound bites. We have
this is the good stuff.
Yeah, we got to give Dave the full experience, right?
Full experience.
Where's your bell, Trent?
the belt. Yeah, I got to get the belt ready. Okay, the
yeah,
belt
be ready.
Thanks for reminding.
There's plenty of Hudson.
Plenty of
Now,
Scott.
Oh yeah.
Trent, where's all the photos from this fan experience of you? We haven't seen any.
They are on my Facebook. I did upload them. This is like early Facebook when you would actually make albums.
Just
on
ask
Facebook.
Zach Bonifer for the pictures. He'll get them.
Yeah, right. He'll manipulate them somehow. I can bust those out. I'll bust those out for when we do a closeout of the whole the Asylum years. I'll bust those out. But let's get going. Let's kick this off. All right, let's do it. So they recapped all the lead-in shows, and then we kicked off with the NWA Tag Team title shot. AMW, Harrison Storm taking on Nosawa and Miyamoto. My first note is, why are Nosawa and Miyamoto getting a title shot? Like, this was announced for the title. Like, what made them get a title shot?
It's the Asylum.
Let's keep Japan happy. Is that all it was? Like, what was the purpose of that?
I've got a better question. This is the all important question for any fan that likes Japanese wrestling or Japanese wrestlers that spit the mist. Here is the all important question. So Miyamoto spits mist. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In this match, why in the blue hell did he jump in the ring and missed the air above him instead of his opponent? He pulled like a Triple H and was like, oh, we're stopping for this. We're just look at
maybe it was like a cloud of escape smoke, like when Batman throws it on the ground and then disappears.
What's that?
Yeah, it's Miyamoto and Nosawa.
It was very much a showy thing. He did a move, I think. I think they did like a round of moves, and then he like got into this corner. And then he had this in his mouth for like a couple of rounds of moves. I forgot what they did. They locked up or something. Mm-hmm. And then he went, I'm going to spit this out of my mouth now.
Yeah, it was like he hit
it in, right?
He hit like a pose, and I'm like, man, Muda would be so disappointed in you, dude.
I just thought it was weird they were getting a title shot, but during this, there's a shot of all the legends who are on show number 1 getting seated. So it's like Harley Race, Corsica Joe, Miss Sarah, Larry Zbyszko, Irish Mickey Doyle, and there was a seat for Dusty, Dusty wasn't there. He got attacked on Friday, I believe, prior.
Oh yeah, that was on the one that we just did the results for. That was how the episode ended. Jarrett just walked up to him and hit him with the guitar shot. And so I gotta say though, epic selling by Dusty. Epic selling.
It's Dusty Rhodes. Come on.
Yeah.
Dave, we never met Dusty, did we? At any of these meetups?
Met Dusty.
We never met Dusty. We never got to meet him. And we never met Terry Funk either, even though there was a random AAW show where they brought him in. And that's like the one we missed somehow. It was like on a Sunday. And they brought in Terry for like out of nowhere. Like he was in town and he's like, come on down. And like, I remember we didn't go because it was a Sunday night and we had like class the next day or some shit. And we didn't go. And it's like Terry Funk showed up at the Berwyn Eagles Club. So like, it was so random. So it was a good match. It was solid. AMW wins, but at the end of it, I started laughing because Miyamoto just brings out nunchucks and starts threatening AMW. He just starts like, yeah. You know, it's reminded me of that scene in the Ninja Turtles.
Is it me or is Nosawa still pretty over in the Asylum too?
Yes, from the international tournament. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's still pretty over. They like Nosawa. Miyamoto was just weird to me. The whole guy, everything about Miyamoto, I didn't get. But yeah, so let me set the rest. So AMW wins. They're backing up. As they're backing up the ramp, the Naturals, Chase Stevens and Andy Douglas attack them, and while wearing their gear, attack them, put lipstick on them, and then so that's the feud setting up here. All right.
Can you remind me in the leading up to was the lipstick putting on like a thing? Like where did that go? I wrote down. I was confused about the lipstick. I don't know why.
We've run into Lucky Charms in a rodeo ring and lipstick. It's been a wild ride the last 3 months. So if you don't know the thread, don't worry about it. They're probably one. We're just having fun here.
I just didn't know why Don and the professor put this over so much.
Oh man.
They're like, it's humiliation at its worst. This is unreal. They're sick. Like, come on, guys. Makeup? Like, this became fashionable for wrestlers within like 2 weeks of this show.
Well, no, Sal was wearing lipstick on this.
Yeah,
I believe
he's wearing full makeup. Sal's got full makeup on, so he's already done. He's like, go ahead.
So, Dave, AMW at this point, they were huge at this point. Like we talk a lot about the Chris Harris debacle. Remember how they built him, and they like just the rug from under him. They didn't give him the title.
Mm-hmm.
And it like killed the Asylum for a couple of weeks. Like we watched this. Like it literally. There's a guy who's always in our chat, and he was at all these shows, and he says that after they screwed Harris, like the Asylum was like dead for a couple of weeks. They were so pissed off.
Harris and stuff, they could do anything with those two guys, and it would have gotten over. Those guys were so good right around this time too. I mean, my God, yeah. I wasn't a huge fan of the Naturals back then, but I mean, anything with AMW in it. Yeah, gold. I mean, it was great.
We got to send you they're reunited on TV, not to wrestle, but like Harris accompanied Storm for his 1000th match on TV.
Nice.
And it was an emotional moment. I think a couple of us cried a little bit.
It was a pretty good moment. A
couple little stingers, just some tears.
The way they set it up and just that casual walk in and the, hey, Chris. Like it was a pretty emotional moment, actually.
Yeah.
It was a good one.
He got involved in a match, but all right. So we move on to Scott Hudson with Kid Cash.
We got this guy again.
This is the thing now. So Kid Cash and Dallas are there. They talk about how Cash has a legit broken leg. So I guess this is legit, Jaybone. This is a legit broken leg.
It is. And why? I mean, I give him credit for being there on TV. But if he's not cleared, why is he getting physical? I don't get this.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's the Asylum.
Good question.
No rules, man.
Yeah,
no
whatever.
rules at all.
No rules, period. Ever.
So they talk about how he got pulled.
This is the days of pounding oxys and
yes, exactly.
Snorting coke off a stripper's bungholes.
Yes,
like exactly.
But
never happened.
Those days are still here.
Those promotions running on that stuff, Jaybone.
So that's true.
Yeah, they got entire stadiums built in honor of this.
Couple bumps here, couple bumps there. Oh, so talking about the ring.
It's talking about in the ring. Keep it in the ring, boys. Keep it in the ring.
I hear TK has almost reached his bump limit.
All right, that's enough. Yeah.
His bump card's full.
They talk about how Cash got pulled from the match with AJ and says Dallas is his protection. I don't need the NWA. I want the X Division title, and I'll do anything it takes. Who is Cash's replacement? We don't know yet. But
what does Cash call Scott Hudson?
It was tell him. Write it down. What'd you have?
Scotty, not too hotty.
Oh, I love that one.
Return to in-ring action, Scotty.
Scotty, not too hotty.
You know, AEW fan guys asking what happened to Andy Douglas. I don't know. I know Andy went to WWE Developmental for a minute, and that was it. Chase is still on the scene. He looks fantastic. He's still running a school and everything. It looks great.
He's buff.
Yeah, he's more jacked now than he was 20 years ago, which is I don't know how that happens. But then this teaser video plays with an old man and a voiceover, which now that we know,
Borash was killing it here.
Oh, but this is
killing it, man. Oh man, fuck you guys! Killing it here.
Dave, you remember when we found out? It looked like a calculator. It was like a calculator.
It was.
What are you trying to say, Dave?
Where did we find out? Because Dave and I met somebody. We either met Borash. We found out somehow that Borash used to make the video.
Yeah,
remember this?
Yeah, it was on his like Mac or something like that. He used to like tool around on there and do it himself or something.
On his speaking spell, more like
Mac. We keep thinking this is 1994. This is 2004. What's going on around here?
But here's my question. No, first off, wait, Dave, who told us that? We found out one day.
I don't know.
I don't remember at all.
Were we at a show at the Odeum?
We went to a house show at the Odeum once.
Is that where we found out about that? I don't know. Maybe
we also went to a house show in like Normal, Illinois. Remember that one where we met AJ and Joe and got in the ring with them?
Yeah,
and stuff?
Yeah, that was a good one.
We found out somewhere that JB was doing all these. We were like, no way. It was just some random shit.
You're a technical wizard.
But
was there again? Question. I didn't watch a lot of the stuff leading up to this episode, but the feeling? I don't remember what we felt about this episode. Did we know it was Hardy? Did people know it was Hardy coming? I forgot if there was a reveal like that was premature. Did people? Nobody knew.
We didn't
anything,
know at all.
Right?
I remember us being shocked. Yeah,
I remember being shocked.
I don't remember.
Well.
I don't
yeah,
remember.
it feels like even rewatching that crowd looked like they had no clue.
Yeah.
There's one extreme sign in the crowd that they show right after they show Jeff. So someone knew. So I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at the old Wikipedias and see exactly when he left the WWE or if he was suspended. I mean, things were different, back then. There was no, oh, by the way, you've got a 90-day wait. No, that didn't exist back then.
They do make a big deal that he was a known free agent.
Yeah.
Somehow I think we were taking guesses because it kept saying, see you in the future. Seeing them like, who's the future? Who's the future?
What was that old man?
What's the old man?
Was it supposed to be AJ Styles like in the future?
What's with the old man?
What was
the
it
metaphor of the
supposed
old
to
man?
be?
That makes as much sense as anything else.
The date said 2074.
Uh-huh.
What does that mean? What does it mean? Mark, you're the artist here. What does it mean?
Isn't Odark because he's also owes my money?
What does it mean?
That too.
I don't know. The old man.
Look, let's just appreciate the quality production and the editing. Let's just take a moment to appreciate the artistic part of it.
Jeez.
Borash doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yep. We get a recap of the Desire and Trinity.
Screensaver says hello.
Yeah. The pipes. Or the pipe screensaver. Desire and Trinity recap video of her injury, her legit back break. Desire. And then it's a stretcher match. It's Desire versus Trinity versus Desire, who comes out with Sonny Siaki, the ace in the hole.
He looks fucking shredded, right?
He does.
Looks good.
I don't know what it was. I think we liked him at the time, Dave. I know we did. I liked him at the time. Ace in the hole. We kept calling him an ace hole and all that shit.
After he started doing the ace in the hole stuff, that was better than the Flying Elvis' stuff he did in 2002.
Yeah.
You
remember how long they drugged the Elvises out? They didn't know what the hell, like with Jorge Estrada. He was
Jorge Estrada just kept coming out.
Yeah, they were like, oh,
the only one.
Just hanging on to it. I'm an Elvis. I'm an Elvis.
That's all I've got.
One day, we're all going to get back together. I'm keeping the costume just in case.
For the king.
Poor Jorge.
He kept coming out and trying, and all the people did was just laugh at him.
They laughed, and they laughed, and they laughed, and they laughed.
Poor guy. Poor guy.
Damn.
Sonny Siaki and Desire, Dave, had a baby together. In real life, have a child together. They got together.
We saw their children in a segment.
They were
the segment that injured Desire.
That's right. Bill is the godfather to Sonny Siaki and Desire's children. But we get the match now. Okay, am I crazy, or were they trying to make Trinity look like Lita in this getup? Though, did you guys catch this?
Oh yeah, the gear. 100%.
The gear.
100%.
She was full out Lita 100%. In this. I was like,
I thought the same thing.
Right? I'm like, they literally gave her that netty kind of top, and I'm like, they're going for the Lita thing, and which I didn't like, because she was so good on her own when she was Trinity. She was, like she was Trinity.
You wanted to keep it in the bikini. There,
yeah, I mean, I get it. That whale tail is not a bad look.
I know, but it was just like, I don't know. She did sexier stuff on her own without trying to be Lita, I think. So.
The Desire came out looking like, "Hi everyone, it's time for yoga class."
Oh, I thought the exact same thing. Why didn't they give her some proper ring gear? She's coming on her like, gonna watch Netflix on the couch.
Yeah.
All right, maybe that's for everyone's cup of tea, but I enjoy it. Fire fit.
Hey man, her and Myron Reed could tag team in a mixed tag.
Dude, her clothes were nicely fitted. Let's say that.
Yes, they were. They were nice. If you're standing next to Trinity and I notice you, yeah,
man. There you go. So, all right. So The match, they do the match. I think Desire did pretty good in this.
It was a great match. I love this match.
I thought this match was kind of brutal, actually. Yeah,
good. I really like this match.
We keep saying the crazy thing is that Goldilocks, Trinity, and Desire are the first 3 knockouts of the company, who, by and large, and Mickey, Alexis. Mickey has her when she was at the other under
Alexis Lurie,
Alexis Lurie. Mm-hmm. Mickey's still there, but those other 3 are so, by and large, forgotten nowadays, which kills me that they're not celebrated in any way. With how much they emphasize the knockouts, they don't give the originals any credit. So
that's a good point.
Hopefully this year, maybe they recognize at least Goldilocks. She's still doing
a lot could happen this year. I don't see how Goldie doesn't come back this year. She's right there. They're going to be back at Skyway at least doing like segments and stuff for the 20th. We have to see Goldie for sure.
Man, right? I hope, man. She's the OG, man.
I don't know. I mean, the security was so good in this match. Hopefully, some of these security guys could get put in the Hall of Fame too. My God.
Jaybone is on. Paul was right. Jaybone's just razor sharp tonight. Damn, killing it.
Explain this to me though. Speaking of security, they go to the outside. She sets up a table. Desire's on the table. Trinity goes up to the top of the bleachers. Does a leg drop clearly when Desire's not even there. Just goes to the table.
That was a brutal tailbone bump.
Yeah. It was. But here's the thing that gets me. Desire didn't pin her or do anything to get her on the stretcher. Security just comes over and picks up Trinity and puts her on the stretcher and does all the heavy lifting of wheeling her out.
Whatever anyone says. It's like, put her up there. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. They wheel her out. She's at the ambulance door. The door whips open. Knocks out Desire, and Big Vito comes out. Big Vito, Paisan, comes out. Mob boss, looking just
what
like
he's disappointment. Big Vito coming through that door.
And then put Desire in the thing. Now, Dave, as an Italian man, you are 100%. The stereotyping of Big Vito as a mobster saying shit like, "You work 100%,
100% accurate." I love him. He's my favorite wrestler of all time.
You work for me. What do you think you're doing to the family?
Where you from, Hoboken?
Yeah, all of a sudden
they were leaning into Trinity's from New Jersey or whatever it was.
Yeah, she's from
Sopranos was big, right?
Yes.
They were leaning into that.
Big time. Big time.
Accurate though. Accurate.
All right. Listen, he's an Italian guy. He's Italian. He's telling us it's accurate. Big Vito is like his uncle.
Hey, I'm not going to argue. I like living. That's a lie.
So Big Vito is part owner of that one strip club, right?
Yes, the Bada Bing.
Bada Bing. Yeah.
Big Vito, who has a podcast with his wife right now on the Russo Network. It's one of the free ones. Yes. It's entertaining. It's him and his wife just dogging each other. It's hilarious. What else? Where are we? All right, so Trinity wins because all that happened. So then we go to good.
I just put one. I'm just putting the whipped cream on this. I mean, I'm just happy because the last time I remember Big Vito in a gimmick.
Cocktail hour, brother.
Last time Big Vito in a gimmick, he was in a dress in the WWE. Okay?
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
So yeah. I totally appreciated this one. I was like, whoa, wait a minute, he's in a suit? Thank God.
Yeah, they shamed the FBI in the E. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
oh, man, that was rough. That was really rough. I think that Little Guido was Cruiserweight champ.
He was. They did give him a run.
Yeah,
they did give him a run. Little Guido. James Maritato he's on the books as a champion.
Still active.
Right?
Really?
By Bill, I think. New Jersey, New York.
Really? You see him on Indies?
Yeah, I've seen him around hardcore a lot with Tommy up until the last few years. So yeah, he'll still pop around. So always good to see Little Guido around.
We met him.
Man, I love Little Guido.
We met him at an indie. I bought an autograph 8x10 off him. I remember him being very nice.
So all of us were Little Guido. He was fantastic back in the day, man.
Phenomenal. Loved him. The FBI? Come on.
Yeah, FBI was awesome.
Scott Hudson with a bruised and battered
this guy again.
With a bruised and battered Vince Russo. And he says, If a guitar is used, bro, there'll be a DQ on the spot. That's it. I'm done screwing around. Our good pal Vince Russo here. But, we got a Russo soundbite
somewhere.
In Russo's office, right? Weren't they in Russo's office? The office they set up for. Yeah, they had the potted plants in the corner.
Very nice. Okay, all right. Little too much information for me, but that's okay.
There it is. The legendary Vince Russo.
There's a lot of sound bites in here now. It's getting tough.
It is getting tough. Quite a bit in there. I mean, there's always this one.
I have seen that penis.
All right,
Zach's right. We're going for a record tonight.
Definitely. So he said if he sees a guitar used at any point tonight, now remember it's a blanket. If a guitar is used, there'll be a DQ on the spot. And then we get another teaser with the old man, another clue. I don't know what it is. Like TNA is voicing it over at later on as if we're supposed to pick up the clues. Like there's something in the message.
Which one's Jay?
I mean, it's green.
Was there a second? That's pretty much the only clue. Was there another clue from this one from the first one?
No,
I thought they
was
were
the same,
identical.
right? Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Here's the second one. Like what?
It was like, it had a mixer over the voice, so it was really hard to understand half of it. And it was just real monotone sounding.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you know the voice, you pick it up immediately. But
yeah, which we didn't really. I remember we just didn't know. Nobody knew at the time.
I remember being surprised.
Yeah, and it was fun. It was fun to be surprised in those days. Team Canada promo video, and then we go to the match. Now this match is a sleeper hit. Scott D'Amore.
I love this match so much.
Oh my! Scott D'Amore and Jerry Lynn. First off, Jerry is super over. And
yeah.
I got to revert to Dave. Dave, do you remember how much of a rant we used to have about when they would constantly flip flop Jerry's music from the death metal to the born and raised in the USA music?
Oh God!
I didn't know if they should use that one for Jarrett, and then it was Jerry Lynn used that, or maybe it was AJ. I can't remember. AJ,
yeah.
They kept going back and forth with the intro music. That was another JB special.
I'm like, why is Jerry Lynn coming out to this song?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jaybone walks around.
I think Morash just hit whatever button was there. Hit this button for today.
It was hilarious. But this match, let's talk. Let's go around the horn on this one. This deserved time. I want to talk about this one. Let's go. Bill, let's start at your end and we'll come around.
Oh no, this was is this the best match he ever has in the company? Scott D'Amore? This was definitely a great technical match. I think when you saw this book and you're like, oh, all right, he's going to be a little bit of a pushover. This won't go too long. But Jerry Lynn, he's great in the ring. Scott D'Amore, he's throwing everything but the kitchen sink at him. Then you got the hockey stick flag being used. You got a lot of good gimmicks here. A lot of ref bumps, which we see a lot in this. But he looked great in this match, the coach. And obviously Jerry Lynn comes out on top in the end. But it went back and forth. I thought the coach had it for a second. Team Canada almost reigned supreme.
Almost. Mark, give me your thoughts on this.
Also love this guy.
Was this going to be the cover?
Yeah, it's from the man. Specimen of a man right there.
This was almost the cover. This was almost the cover. But I got a good sense of humor, but I was like, okay, if I don't find nothing better than this, this is the cover.
It should have been the cover, Jaybone.
Jacked. Look at this guy.
Looking good. Yeah, this was a good match. I mean, we all know D'Amore was a worker for a long time in some capacity, mostly jobbing here and there, WCW, up north, here. But this was a solid match. Two notable things I thought. D'Amore, really good base for a lot of the things Jerry was doing. I feel like maybe that was, I don't know, is that like D'Amore's thing? Was he known as being a good,
maybe because
he's
a
good guy on the ground?
Yeah.
And then, wow, that pile driver. Holy shit. I thought he almost was going to break his
I thought he broke his neck.
Man, that cradle was serious business.
I thought he broke his neck.
Yeah.
What'd you have on this, Dave?
This match was about 16 minutes long, which was about 14,
was it really?
About 14 minutes more than I was expecting.
No doubt. No doubt.
Jerry Lynn could make me look good in a match. Well, probably not, but you know what I mean. I mean, I know D'Amore is a good worker, but I mean, at that point in his career, he gets in the ring with Jerry Lynn, and they have a great match. This is some like old school stuff. He's doing the like lining him up with the fist and then dropping it, onto Lynn while he's laying down on the mat, like that sort of stuff. D'Amore hits a moonsault about 14 minutes into the match.
That blew my mind. That blew my freaking mind.
Hold on, calm down, just breathe.
I'll say one last thing about what he's doing in this match is at the beginning, the reason you think it's not going to last very long is because he's pulling all the antics. He's like wanting to get counted out. He gets in the ring and he's yelling at the ref. He's pushing the ref and saying, he shouts, "Disqualify me" at one point.
Yeah.
That's great.
D'Amore's awesome.
And then they go and have a 16-minute great match. I love it.
Great. Disqualify me.
Good job, Scott. Good job.
The guy's the president of the company right now, the VP of the company. He's the head of the fucking company now. Go figure that part.
Deserved.
He's taking a lot of heat right now.
Yeah.
We're putting them over, so we're gonna screw with the fans. So
hey, you can be both good and bad. Just because he's a bad guy doesn't mean he's a bad guy.
I'm right. I mean, I'm gonna blame the U.S. government on most of this, but because they're
why not? We've been blaming them for the last 2 years
as well.
Uncle Jay.
Freaking government. Put me away now. This match got better as it went on, but 5 minutes in, I'm like, this should have been done already.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It got better as it went.
Yeah.
Because Scott D'Amore actually, like you said, the moonsault. He starts doing all these moves, like legit wrestling moves. I'm like, where the hell did he pull this out of? Like the only thing he's been doing up to this point is waving a flag. So we think he's just like a chubby guy that waves a flag and he's got a big mouth. For fans that don't know him, up to this point, that's all he is. Now all of a sudden he's working a match because I'm thinking it's like, I'm thinking like, okay, it's going to be like Bobby the Brain Heenan putting on the weasel suit. This isn't going to amount to anything. Now all of a sudden he's wrestling, and I'm like, it really threw me off. I was like, what the hell is going on here? Like,
they put him over, man. Like they did. Jerry, like you said, Dave. Jerry can make a broomstick look good. He's the guy. There's a spot in the beginning though where one of the Tennessee Titans is in the front row.
Yeah, they mentioned.
Oh yeah.
Who is he? Is he a well-known player?
I don't remember.
They said his name.
I'm not sure. I don't remember him saying his name. I know they say there's a bunch there. I know Wycheck does stuff later, so maybe that was Frank Wycheck.
Maybe our one of our good buddies, another Dave that we would probably know exactly who he is and has 8 autographs of that guy in his trophy case. That's true. One of our good buddies.
In the credits, I think it's Tennessee Titan with beer.
Tennessee Titans with beer. It was awesome.
Did you see the one spot when he hit? They finally brought the hockey stick in and used it, and Rudy Charles comes in to do a count, and he obviously sees a broken hockey stick right in his way, and he just like completely ignores it. He moves it out of his way to do the 3 counts. Like,
what we have concluded watching these again is that the refs are the absolute dirt worst of all time.
We'll talk about that later with Posey.
Oh my God!
He's the worst. He is absolutely so terrible. No,
this is the worst crew of zebras in history.
I can't believe he's on TV now. Get the fuck out of here! Like this guy's refereeing on TV now. That's what blows my mind.
I mean, he's better now.
Rudy Charles is the head referee at WWE right now. Give me a break. What is happening? Anyway,
well, speaking of that hockey stick, I think when he smacked him and it broke, I think it actually hit Rudy Charles a piece of the stick.
No, I got something about. I got something on the flags. Here, let me see if any of you guys caught this. Jerry wins. Crowd pile driver. Thought he broke his neck.
Yeah.
Team Canada comes in, starts beating him down. Eric Young's in there. Sabin comes in. Elix comes in. They're all Petey's in there. And then Chris Daniels makes his way in, his return after the injury. Now, Daniels swings the flag. And then did you guys see Jerry goes down? I think he hit Jerry by accident in the corner.
Like,
watch it. Jerry goes down in the back corner of the ring. He swings it, so he misses something, and then you see Jerry just
be
Jerry
careful.
is on the ground.
They're dangerous.
I'm telling you, Jerry is out, and like he's like selling. It's not so. I think he really got nailed by the flag by Daniels. So look into this.
Play this back now.
Yeah, Jay, pull this. Don't play because we're gonna
You're
copyright here.
a large object, and you're swinging it around willy nilly. Got to be careful.
It happened with. Remember when Galloway came in with the pipe and he nailed low key and he tore his ear off? Remember that? I mean, things happen.
Yikes.
Things happen.
Sorry about that, low key.
So while Jay's pulling that up to confirm, but we go back to Scott Hudson.
Oh no, I'm way far away from it.
Play it, damn you. Play
We
it.
got this guy again.
We're getting really good with that. Really good with that.
There's a lot of sound bites in here now. Good job, Steve.
Very good job, Steve. Thank you, Steve. He's with Glenn Gilberti and the Swingman, Johnny Swinger, who is on TV today in one of the best. Dave, you haven't seen Swinger today, have you?
You guys swing?
The character is that he is mentally and physically stuck in 1988.
Oh my god!
And he talks in like Carney, and he's completely like a dirtbag. 1988, like it's the most amazing character on TV right now is Johnny Swinger.
Right.
I want my pizzles back.
Took a dump in Ken Shamrock's bag.
Yeah, I mean this guy he's not doing pulling Carney tricks. He's like he ran a casino for a while backstage, Swingers Palace.
Oh my goodness.
Bill, do you have the shirt handy? Can you show the Swingers Palace t-shirt?
Oh, I don't have the Swingers Palace handy.
Okay, but he was a Caesar
That's
Palace
amazing.
logo.
I can't believe he's still. So he's got a pretty prominent role on.
Every week he's on TV.
He's better now, arguably, than he's ever been in his entire career.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
And
it's a crazy resurgence.
Absolutely hilarious on TV. Like
Yeah.
he is complete comedy gold. Like I'm talking, this is like it's unbelievable how funny he is now. Like it's a highlight for me.
He's been the backbone of the longest running storyline in the country that they used to build almost every single narrative storyline off of in the last 18 months.
That's awesome.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
It's insane. But they're back there, and Demores or Hudson. He's like, come on, guys, you gotta get in here. They're like, we're not coming in. Glenn's all like, I'm not coming. Disco's like, we look like idiots. And he's like, come on, you gotta come on TV. It's part of your contract. They come. He's like, I'm dressed like a goddamn leprechaun, And they're still wearing the stuff from last week. And Swinger's there with the coconut bra, flexing his coconuts. And, he's like, and then
Disco fever, disco fever, disco fever, yeah.
Where did that photo come from? I loved last week when they were in the costume the first time and David Young came up because listen here, Lucky Charms, I'm gonna take this from you. Oh man.
This proves that elderly abuse in this country is at an all-time high, but it looks like so much fun.
That could end it after the all-time high. We need to clip that. That it could end at after it's an all-time high.
Yeah, I agree.
So Hudson tells me you got to wear for the rest of the month. You have 23 days left. They're like, oh, God damn. He's all frustrated. David Young comes in. He goes, I need to talk to you. Glenn, we can help each other out. And Glenn's like, help you out. Do I look like a loser to you?
I almost clipped that today. I almost clipped it.
You should. You hear the whole crowd out of the arena going, loser. At this point, he's amazing. Like, he knew exactly what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing at this point.
I just saw it.
Did you see the I'm talking about? He hits Jerry, right?
He swings and hits the more, and as he continues his swing, a millisecond later, he hits Jerry Lynn in the same swing, and Jerry Lynn is gone.
I'm telling you, he's out. He nailed Jerry. I'm like, I didn't imagine that. He nailed Jerry Lynn. Jerry's out.
I gotta play this again.
Wish we could show it. Wait, we get. I'm almost willing to risk a couple of dollars of monetization to show this to everybody.
It's at. Hang on.
Slow-mo it.
He's in here. It's 53. I'm trying to find the. No, wait.
Jay, maybe you can minimize the window and they won't catch it.
If we just keep saying something, like if we just keep talking during it, we'll be fine.
Yeah, we can hide it somehow. After like verbally exposing it right here. What the hell? What does this sound like?
Stick a carrot in me and call me Frosty.
What the hell was that? All right,
Sammy.
All right. Hey, while you're looking for that, the timestamp, we get another. Oh no! Oh, let me finish this one out.
Just look up 52-52.
52-52. All right. Next week, Glenn agrees to Double or Nothing for the against Pat Kenney, Simon Diamond.
I'll stop playing it.
And Sonny Siaki. So Double or Nothing. If they win, they get to dump the costumes, and then Siaki and Kenney have to wear costumes.
Which I don't think Swinger won because he looked like he was having some good times with that with this costume.
Well, it went full circle because he wore that at the Vegas tapings, or was it match? Like he recently re-wore the coconut bikini.
Yeah, it was like an Easter egg for people who knew.
The conga line.
That's right. There was a conga line, and Swinger wore the coconut bikini.
He had it this whole time.
Great. What a guy. Dave, I gotta send you clips, man. You will love.
I'm gonna look him up. Yeah, I'm watching. Yeah.
All right, we go to another teaser of the old man. The old man, Mark. You are the artist. I'm gonna have you break this down.
I mean, I'm also high, so maybe I am the best person for this because I'm guessing that JB was probably also high when he was making this, and that's probably the explanation from one high guy to another.
I want to tell whoever's making the videos expecting us to get it.
You can take this microphone and shove it up your ass.
To Dave's face.
And they look so mad.
He's like sucking his whole lower half of his face into his mouth.
By the way, the Don West shirt and tie combo. Did you guys note it?
Oh yeah, we noted every show.
Yeah.
Oh, so you haven't gotten to it yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Right before the main.
Real quick, let's plug it though. The Don West Micro Brawler still on sale this week at Pro Wrestling Tees. All proceeds are going towards his cancer fund. So Don's fighting cancer again. He's got came back, Dave. So that's a bummer. There's what's this guy saying? There's a penis. No, it's not a penis. It's Jeff Hardy's arm.
It's Jeff Hardy's fingers.
Can't get it away.
High five, Dave.
But,
right up Jeff Hardy's wiener or whatever that is.
I have seen that penis.
All the Micro Baller
Where's
proceeds.
the Zach Morris? God damn it!
Yeah, where's the Zach Morris? Where you gotta get the Zach Morris?
Dude, I'm telling you, there's
I'm sorry to tell you this, Trent, but I believe it ended. I don't think Don West is still up.
Oh, I thought it was all this week.
No, it was today at noon or something.
Oh, it ended today. Okay. So if you didn't get it, you didn't get it. Maybe we'll do it again. But
yeah, I did get it. I know Jay got his as well.
Did you get yours, Bill?
Yeah. I got mine.
You got yours? Okay, cool.
Check eBay.
Check eBay. That's where they're gonna go. So good. I'm glad it was able to do well for Don. But all right. We go to the teaser again. Again, we're confused. Now we got a minis match, which Mark was texting me all afternoon about. Was the minis match?
I fucking love minis, like legit. I don't know if it's because I grew up in Houston and we had a lot of minis here as a kid on TV and shit. In my locals, did you guys have a lot of minis in the North, like back in the day in the 80s and stuff? Or
not really.
It might just be a more like luchador influence down here, but yeah, and of course you've got like the most well-known luchador out there at the time here in Sagrado, right? Like I thought this match was
the most famous mini. It's Masquerade Sagrado.
Period. Yeah. No, man, I really enjoyed this. They gave these guys good time. I don't know what the match time was on this, but 10 minutes. Probably.
It was about 10 minutes, a little over 10 minutes.
Yeah. Like there was some really good classic like luch.
I got 8 minutes, but okay.
Okay, but 8 to 10, it was good
for
time.
what it is. That's long.
Yeah, man, they got stuff in the ring before and after. They got like your typical lucha libre, like funny stuff going on in the ring. They did all their spots. Yeah, fun as shit match, man. Give me one minis match every week, and I'd be happy as pig and shit.
They did a great job. They did the two of them where I don't know if the Nashville crowd, if they knew what to expect from this, or if it was like, how did they announce that they were having a minis match, or if it was just
they've done it a few times before.
They were good. The crowd loved it. I thought it was good. I liked the match too.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Dave has good taste, dude.
I'm telling you, I went to 1,000 and watched 1,000 shows with this guy. There's a reason for that.
It seems everybody hates or laughs at the minis, and it is funny, but like I really appreciate minis. Like they do.
Yeah, everybody loves minis, and they like Austin Aries too.
Hey, come on.
Where's the J gun? There it is.
Phil, what do we do? I thought you liked Austin Aries. What happened here? Wait a minute.
I mean, you fucking, was it Slam? No. What was the event? Rebellion?
BFG, Bound for Glory.
What was it, BFG?
Where he did
BFG?
his famous walkout, his no solid walkout.
That's why we don't like Austin Aries ever again.
And he's never. I heard somebody did that recently at an indie show here in Chicago too. Not AAW, but some other one where guy got pissed at a rookie and he just did the job and got up and walked out. I'm like, what are you doing? For impressing 100 people that you're an asshole? You know, like, what are we doing here, man?
Right, this is not even at Bound for Glory. It's
I know.
Some local indie.
Some local indie.
That son of a bitch.
All right. Let's go.
Damn.
So I think Sagrada. So Masquerade Sagrada wins, and then David Young comes in and starts beating the crap out of him.
Dude, I was fucking crying during this segment. and fucking what's his ass? Who was the ref in this?
Posey.
Oh, yeah,
Posey. Posey's shirt is so big. It comes untucked, and it's like a 3XL. I'm like, what the hell?
Like, I have to do a move. I got to wear a baggy shirt.
Yeah, he did a move. So let's set this up here. So David Young's beating the crap out of these guys, tries pinning them, and then D-Ray 3000 comes in, makes the save. They brawl. The minis start attacking David Young like they're like chirping at him.
They're like both grabbing his legs and shit.
They bite his ass. That's what they did at one point. And then Posey drop kicks David Young,
and then they fall. And they do a body pile or dog pile.
All three of them were pinning him.
Yeah.
There's like whoop, 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 and then he counts.
Posey
The crowd goes nuts. Crowd goes bananas.
Dude, D-Ray 3000 is fucking over, brother. He's
over.
He can't find the ring for shit, but he's over.
That brother.
This was such a great segment. The minis did such a good job. Got great
So
time
much
here.
fun.
I love this whole minis thing from beginning to end.
David Young.
It took. I still can't believe it took 3 guys to pin David Young.
Badasses!
He's like 0-700 at this point.
Yeah.
Or something.
It's pretty bad at this point.
One of the lines of the night after this, because TNA goes, "Oh, that's 3 more losses for David Young," and Don West says,
"Did he say that? I didn't."
Mitch only count as half.
Did they give him 2? Did they give him 2 losses for this match?
That's what Don said. It's like it should be 2 losses because you get the 1 pin, but then you get 2 half a pins. So
The minis count as half.
Oh shit!
Oh god!
I'm going very politically incorrect in this one, and we love it.
I like
love
the
it.
minis. The minis are great.
I love it.
See, for me personally, everything great about this match happened after the match. The match, I fast forwarded through it.
Oh,
come on! It's a mini.
Because there was too much of them just like standing around and looking at each other, and I'm like, all right, fast forward.
I love this match!
Dave, would you believe?
See, I was. That's not the right soundbite. I was more like this.
Pathetic.
Well, when I heard your opinion, though, Jaybone, I was like,
"Yeah, this is horrible."
Hey, would you believe that Chris Sabin, who we literally watched from his rookie year on Indies to this, is at like career peak on TV right now?
It's crazy. I
insane.
love what he's doing. He's at, like I said, I've said this once, I've said it several times within the last year. He's having a career year.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy.
Last year he was close to being wrestler. Omega doesn't have that run last year. Sabin's in the running for Wrestler of the Year last year. Yeah, just fucking year last year.
Wow.
It's like it's insane what's going on.
He always had that talent. I mean, it's to me, yeah, that's not a surprise. He's always had that talent. He was always kind of slipping off the ropes and stuff like that, like when he first started, and
we dogged him a lot.
How raw he was, but he was always really good.
What would surprise you, Dave, though, is that the work of his career he's doing is not in the ring. I mean, he is doing the work of his career in the ring as well, but the stuff he's doing outside the ring in comedy, like in dramatic situations, like you name it, Chris Sabin excels at it. He's just joy to watch. Him and Swinger together, their chemistry is unbelievable.
It's crazy what the veteran like status is. They got Swinger, Sabin, Mickey James is there, Scott D'Amore,
Don Callis until very recently.
Callis is there, I mean, even guys making quick appearances like Chris Daniels made a return, Chase Stevens, Kaz, Jerry
Kid
Lynn,
Cash.
Kid Cash. Like
That's
these guys have
Good
been
for
making
them.
these weird returns. It's crazy how it's just 20 years feels like 5 sometimes.
Pull my scarf.
It's a lot of sound bites tonight. We got this one. We got this one.
In my ass.
Yeah, that's a classic. We just need TNA and West to make an appearance.
Dino, is that the guy from TNN?
That's the shirt. Look at the shirt. Look at the shirt, Dave. Look at the shirt here.
Dino, is that the guy from TNN?
That's the shirt. That's Johnny Swinger in the casino.
That's awesome. That's so good. All right.
This place rules.
Hell yeah. That sounds good. I miss Storm too.
I do miss Storm on TV.
Right. Did you tell Dave about beer guns?
No, I didn't.
Shit. So Alex Shelley had to leave the company. So Storm and Sabin ended up as a tag team for several months as beer guns.
Oh, that is fantastic.
It was.
And why wouldn't they call it that? That's awesome.
Right.
Like the very first time ever in the ring. What was it? Was Storm is looking at him. He's like, beer. And Sabin is like, guns.
Dave here was a huge Beer Money fan. Beer Money.
I debated wearing that tonight, but that shirt. But
right?
there was no beer money at this point in the TNA life.
I like the appropriateness of what he's wearing. He's like, they weren't doing it yet, so I'm not wearing it.
I had like a Samoa Joe one that's still sitting around back there. I'm like, hey, he wasn't there yet. I can't. It doesn't make any sense. Continuity errors.
That's the guy we might.
That's true. People would tear it apart online if we did. Now, Bill's very conscious of like if the T-shirt has to be who's on the show. Like he will not wear one. Like so, I think you really appreciate that, Bill. I know you do.
Yeah.
I know you do. We get a clips of D'Lo on Impact. Like from the past week, declaring his challenge to the World Championship winner. And then we go to
on too. D'Lo's still around.
And then we go to Scott Hudson.
We got this guy again.
He's perfect timing. We go to with D'Lo Brown, talking about keeping an eye on the title match. He wants to be conscious of who's gonna win that title match because he's putting his name in the hat. Basically, he's getting ready for this. And then he gets attacked in the middle of this. He gets attacked badly.
Period.
By Monty Brown. By Monty Brown. Like he beats the crap out. He's taunting him on the mic. He's like, hey, doesn't get a title shot. It's me. And at one point, did you guys catch this? He's beating D'Lo so bad that D'Lo kind of looks at him for a second like, hey, you better calm the fuck down. Like there's a look in there like, man, you fucking rookie, you better slow down, man.
Monty quit in mid promo to beat him some more when he was trying to get up and start talking again. Like, damn.
Dave, Bill has the original D'Lo TNA bobblehead. That's first piece of merch.
I've seen it. That is fantastic. I tell you what, I love TNA D'Lo. I don't know about you guys. I
don't. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Absolutely.
Put it over at nauseum. Like
yeah.
Dave, you remember how crazy over he was? Like we thought he was gonna be the champion. Like we thought he was gonna win the title. Like it was that over.
Yeah. Yep.
If you go back and watch it now, you'll appreciate it still. D'Lo was the pop for him was unbelievable. It was like AJ level shit.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So then he gets beaten down. I love the importance they're putting on the title, though. I like that everyone's vying for the belt. You know, they're like, nope, I want the belt. I want the belt. I want the belt.
I really like Impact Wrestling.
I like the importance on it, though. You know, that's what you have to do. And then we go to all right, now we go to one of the two main events, right? AJ Styles and he's X-Division champion, and we get the reveal of the surprise. And the mystery opponent is Jeff Hardy. That's who the see you in the future. But I gotta say, as shitty as the graphics were, the build to it, you could hear.
Watch your mouth, brother. Huh? Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. That was good shit.
Oh, it was. No, it was. I'm just saying, like the.
No, I'm fucking with you. The graphics.
The build with the graphics, the way it's like see you in the future and all this, and everybody's like, you hear the crowd going, "Who is it? Who is it?" And then when the name appears,
dead cold. They're quiet. They're like,
and then when the name appears, you could just hear them explode.
It was insane. They popped so much. They were into it. Holy cow!
And then he just, he comes out doing his whole thing, and all that. He's Jeff Hardying. Yeah, that whole thing then. Did you guys see? There's a skit about like properly drying your hands if you're out of paper towels. Somebody's like, just pull a and then like some guy walks out of the bathroom. He's like, no paper towels. Then he's like, what do I do? And he walks out, and Jeff Hardy's sitting there, and he just kind of looks at the guy walking out. He's just like, yeah, I don't know what that was for, but it was like some little ad or something. So they go nuts. But here's the thing: equal love for AJ Styles. And
yes, yeah, oh yeah.
I want to make that a point because there's the people, the hometown, who's like, fuck this WWE guy. This is our boy. Screw you, Jeff Hardy. And they're AJ, Jeff, AJ Hardy, AJ. Just back and forth, dueling stuff, which to me made the moment like epic. That face off. I was like, oh shit, this is a cool moment.
The priceless look on AJ's face as Jeff is working around the ring.
Did you I noticed Jeff going to all 6 turnbuckles. He was kind of like making a deal like, there's another turnbuckle. He's going to each one. It's his first time in 6-sided ring. He's like, oh wait, there's another one. And he went to all 6, and AJ's just kind of like looking at him.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. It is his first time in one now. I mean, actually, at this point, right? The 6-sided ring is 3 weeks old at this point. That's it. It's only been on 3 episodes until this point. So it's very new to everybody.
In fact, I don't know if the 6-sided ring was in this arena last week. Is this the first time it was in this?
It was. No, it was in this. It's been in this one 3 times.
Okay, so this. All right.
Yeah, because I noted it in the notes of the episode where it debuts. I added that, and it was 3 weeks ago.
Okay,
that it debuted. Yeah.
So I know it was in Florida. I didn't know if it was here yet. All right.
My curiosity is, where is it now? Where's the 6-sided ring? Where's the 6-sided ring today? Where's the TNA ring? Because they own their own rings. Probably. Because remember, Bill, what was the transportation guy's name? I forgot his name now. Bob Rosen, who's at AEW now. They own their own ring. Bob Rosen, they would ship this ring. The 6-sided ring was their ring. It was customized. Dave and I stood in this ring at a house show. We were shocked at how soft the pad was. We were like, remember us going like, "Oh, that's really soft."
Part of the ring.
It's true. But they had their own ring. I do wonder where that ring is today. I'm very curious where that ring ended up.
Trent's going to start a GoFundMe. I can feel it.
Find the ring. Speaking of finding things, I want to mention this. Jimmy Rave's daughter reached out. And she is looking for Jimmy Rave's his jacket. Jimmy Rave died, by the way, Dave. I don't know if you caught that. Rocket Rave infection. Yeah, he passed away. He had all 3 of his limbs amputated, and then he died.
You know what? I did read that
really story. Sad story.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
So his daughter is looking for his long robe that he wore on Impact during the Rocket Rave infection days. She cannot find it. That and his Ribera jacket. She's like, if anybody has any leads, if it got sold off, he gave it away. They gave it to a friend. If anybody knows, like if there's any collectors in the chat who's listening to this on audio also, look at our Twitter at We Talk Impact, and we retweeted hers and with a comment. Just contact, their name is Kayla Guffney. And
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Kayla Guffney. Mark is basically representing Impact Twitter, so just go use that We Talk Impact and just get a hold of her and let her know if you have any leads on or where she can look. Maybe Conrad knows. He knows where all that stuff.
It's probably in Bill's closet, and he forgot.
Bill, did you bid on the Jimmy Rave coat?
I don't have any Jimmy Rave, to my knowledge, merch. But no, I think I would notice that. But there are a few things that are a little similar, but not
Chris Sabin stuff. No Jimmy Rave. But anybody knows, please put that out there if you know. Match was great.
Remember Trent? We said we were going to go to Ribera Steakhouse one day.
We were so
we never made it.
We never made it to Japan. We never made it to
Japan. Just go to the steakhouse.
Listen, I think when the kids are old enough and they're on their own, you and I still got to go to Japan. I think we should just go to Japan. We just take the women and go to Japan. I'll go with you to Japan. Leave the women at home. I'm down. You don't have to go to Japan, and you don't have to drive to the asylum.
Trent, I am not taking female advice from you.
Why not? The nurse has been here for a while. I'm on 5 years almost.
This is true.
I'm not easy, man. I know that. I know this. Okay, Dave's known me for a long time. Okay, I'm not easy.
High maintenance.
High maintenance. But the nurse is stuck around, man. I just needed somebody with patience, like Guns N' Roses. All right, let's just keep going here. Jaybone appreciated that one. Yeah. The match was great. I mean, it was on fire with the action and the crowd, but the fucking ending. I mean, Kid Cash and Dallas attack. It's a DQ. Hardy walks. Hardy.
Well, I got no contest, but
yeah. Oh, it's a no. Okay, no contest. Yeah. Hardy's walking out. Like, I'm not gonna help him. They're beating down AJ, but then Hardy comes in. They take him out. Crowd.
How about that chair shot? Unprotected headshot. Hardy gives Kid Cash.
Yeah, that was rough. That was really rough.
I think he woke up dead with that shot.
Yeah, that was pretty intense. But they kind of like not really, become friends at that moment, but they kind of brush each other up. But he helped him. I get it's a way to protect the guy, but
then you know what? I'm with you, Trent. Then don't book him against AJ right away. Let it build, dude. You could have put him against Sabin or Kaz, or dude, you got Amazing Red back there. You got all sorts of fucking talent to work with Jeff Hardy back there, and you book this scrum finish. Right. Terrible. I love that it sets up Kid Cash because he's the primary heel, but
two of them, 2 no contests in a row on your on your episode 100. I mean, come on.
I can't believe someone's looking at the booking sheet, and like,
yeah,
that's okay. We'll have 2 in a row.
That is not an appropriate question.
No,
actually, this is more fitting right here. Who booked this? But you know what? I mean, like you said, Mark, build up to it instead. Don't blow. Let Hardy get a big win over somebody,
and especially because at the end, like when Hardy went out to get the chair, he's clearly unfamiliar with the building and like where things are and stuff. But it seemed like it took a long time, or he didn't give a shit. And we came back in, like Cash took a hell of a chair shot, but then the Dallas interaction was strange, and then him and Styles face off. This whole thing, the booking at the finish of this was just trash. It really messed up like a great match.
He does experience. This in AJ Styles' face. AJ's like, get the fuck out of here.
Give him the old Sam Beal, baby.
What do you think, Dave? What's your thoughts?
I didn't like this match, even when it was a match. I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of what was going on. Don West was trying to hype it up. I might have a weird take on this one. At the end, Don West was like, they ruined a perfectly good match. I was not feeling this match.
Yeah,
I don't know. I was never a big Jeff Hardy fan anyway. Sorry.
We found him. I was just telling Trent earlier, there's no one on earth that's not a big Jeff Hardy fan, but we found him already. That was quick. There he is. It's Dave.
Yeah. I was not feeling this match.
It just, I think, made worse by the ending. I
didn't like the way they booked that ending for sure. Like you guys said, I think they would have been better served if he would have come out and actually got a win when they introduced him, or some other thing that made him look to hype him up more. I mean, to come in and face AJ, you already know off the bat he's probably not going to take the title off AJ during that match. But now they've got this 5 minute. It was like 5 minutes long. It wasn't even that long.
Yeah.
You got Michael Shane hanging around. That would have been perfect for
Come
this spot.
on, come on.
Perfect for this spot, dude. Let Hardy beat up on him, get all of his stuff in, go over Michael
Hardy,
Shane.
What about that? What about that D-Ray 9000 guy?
Hey, honestly, that crowd would have popped for anybody who Jeff fought and just got a win over. You know, what I mean?
Yeah. This was such a misuse of Jeff Hardy's introduction.
To blow the load right away with the AJ match is premature. It's premature.
Yes.
Hit the soundbite.
I'm all the way down at Hudson, and that is like.
Where's that one? It's,
dude, there's so many fights.
It's premature.
There you go.
Oh, jeez.
I found that one.
All right, we're coming up at the end here. We're about to roll it out here. Real quick, Shane Douglas is in the back looking for Sabu, and this is when Shane has transitioned to full-time backstage correspondent.
So weird. Can he be the full-time guy, please? Can Shane just be the full-time guy?
I mean, eventually he does become that. Does Hudson get to Florida?
I just wait for every day here. Come on, man.
I know. Well, Hudson doesn't last too much longer, I don't think. I think he becomes Shane in the
It was I think it was all Shane in the first Impact in the Impact Zone, wasn't it? In Orlando.
I think it's just Shane doing the Florida stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, for like TV, they use Shane. They leave Hudson in Nashville.
Yeah. We met
Shane the right choice. The right choice.
Dave and I met Shane a couple times. Always a nice guy. Really, really cool. I remember we met him with our buddy Dave Jelonic. We met him, and I remember I took a picture with Douglas, and immediately we go to post picture, and I immediately hit the triple threat thing, and our buddy was like, he was like, it was like in sequence. The two of you walked up and just hit it right there. He could have
fucking marks.
You knew what to do, when to do it. Because he wasn't a big wrestling guy, but he knew like through osmosis hanging out with us. And he's like, he just walked up and you both just triple threat. Just like a bunch of marks. Shane's great though. But he's in the back looking for Sabu. And then they find like a tribute to the Sheik, like his robe. Apparently Raven has made this to
I don't know if it was a tribute.
It was a mocking tribute.
Yeah.
I guess it was kind of a tribute, an effigy, right? And then Irish Mickey Doyle comes up, who I looked up just now, actually, who did wrestle for the Sheik in big time wrestling in Detroit, who was a Detroit legend.
Interesting.
Former BCW heavyweight champion, which is D'Amour's promotion in Canada. The title is currently held by Cody Deaner, by the way. But Irish Mickey Doyle is still alive. He held a bunch of NWA titles as well. But he comes in there. He's like, "Come on, Sabu, I was your uncle's friend. I know you gotta do this. You gotta do what's right. Do what's right, Sabu. Come on, man. It's me, Irish Mickey Doyle. Irish Mickey Doyle, Sabu. Come on, Irish Mickey's telling you what to do." So that was like, just kind of not saying anything. So they kind of set you up for he's gonna take the match with Raven at some point here. So that's the idea. He hugs Sabu too. Does Sabu hug him back? The emotionless Sabu, does he hug him back? Yeah, he's like, felt so awkward.
I don't think I would hug Sabu at this point in Sabu's journey. He's not looking real huggable. Scars and fucking beat up and shit.
Did you guys see? I haven't gotten Sabu's book, but I heard it's amazing. But the final page of where he fucking buried everybody in the final page of the book, it got leaked online, and he's like, "Kurt Angle, go fuck yourself. You didn't do shit for me when I asked you." And he's like, "Man, I love Chris Candido. I miss him every day. But Paul Heyman, you could suck my dick." And he buries everybody in the last page of the book. It's amazing. It's amazing. Thank you, Courtney. So thank you very much for the super sticker. We appreciate it. Guys, if you're on Twitch also, don't forget you can cheer bits. If you are an Amazon Prime member and you have Twitch, you can sub to one Twitch channel for free every month as an Amazon Prime member. So make it ours if you can. But switch anybody. I mean, what I like to say is don't waste your Amazon Prime Twitch sub. You get a free one every month. So you can use ours. You can do Jaybone Smash This Podcast. Make sure you use it. Don't waste it.
And you get emotes.
You get emotes for me. Yeah. Zach Bonifer, you're in the Twitch right now. Show them the emotes that you get if you're a Twitch subber, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, man, is Zach still in Twitch?
Yeah, Zach's one of the few guys who just does Twitch. Because ever since Impact left Twitch, it was our Twitch kind of took a hit of that too. So everybody's a YouTuber now. So, but But anyway, let's go on. We're at the end right here. So then we get to the TNA and Don West. Dave, TNA and Don West, the shirt, the color.
For Valentine's Day, it's wearing red.
It's wearing red. He's
red on red.
Which is ironic because the show's in June that we're watching, but it's Valentine's Day and he's wearing red on red.
It was destiny.
Right.
He knew that you were going to review that show on February
18 years later.
Don West, you are our density.
Our density.
Nostradamus. Oh,
I used to love I love Don West when he just gets nuts, like when he just loses his mind and he just rattles shit off. Best wishes to Don West. Seriously, best wishes. He did appear for Impact about 4 or 5 years ago at a Slammiversary at Orlando as a one-time comeback, but hopefully TNA can come out. TNA is very much not interested in getting in wrestling anymore, but just a Hall of Fame induction, I think we would all be at.
I agree.
Look at those smash emojis.
Look at that, Bonifer. Thank you very much. Let's show some TNI ones too. But that's Jaybone's Smash This Podcast emotes. But all right,
I finally made a couple more.
Nice, good job. All right, so that last segment.
PBR about that there, Jaybone.
Yeah, about that, huh, Jaybone?
It didn't make it on the T-shirt, but it made it in the emotes.
Here's what you get.
Mike TNA one.
You get Mike TNA, you get Johnny Swinger, you get Sue Young, Monty Brown, and John E. Bravo.
Oh my god!
With that.
I was looking in the backstage.
You did.
I was looking in the backstage in the Twitch, and we got room for 4 more. So we got to come up with some more.
All right.
We should probably swap out that Susie. She hadn't been around in a long time.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, maybe.
She's still on the roster.
Yeah, but she had been on TV in like a year.
How crazy is this? Mike TNA did tweet today, and he tweeted that Mickey J, old WCW referee, passed away today. So it's very sad to hear that. Mickey J, he was the little heavier set referee in WCW back in the day. He passed today. So Mike TNA, he doesn't get on much, but man, one time we started a storm. We praised Mike TNA on Twitter. And it caused like everybody, like I'm talking like Velvet Sky, Angelina Love, like Jarrett, Dixie, they all got in on this. And today, like logged into his Twitter and was like, my God, like I wasn't expecting all this. Like, thank you so much. I love you guys. It was great. All right, let's get to the main event. This was another mess. We're going to talk about it. So we get to the, it's Jeff Jarrett, champion, taking on Ron Killings, they've built Ron up nicely here. I gotta say, they've built Ron up to a good contender. Now, to start it off, Russo comes out looking for guitars. So Jaybone, can you set this up? I have to get something. Set this up, Jaybone.
I saw this one coming.
Oh, right. Set up what Russo does here.
So this, what am I doing?
Setting up the main event.
Oh yeah. So the crowd still loves 3 Live Crew at this point. They really do. So truth is really over. But when he's like making his way around the ring and stuff, this crowd surprisingly is dead. Absolutely dead. There's like one chick screaming in the bleachers.
Oh my God. The one girl who was yelling throughout the whole thing was like bloody murder. This whole match was blowing my mind.
They didn't start like waking up for this until I honestly blame it on the end of the last match. It took them out of it.
Yeah.
And so they're like, oh, it's the main event. Oh, let me guess. Another no contest. Oh, guess what? You jinxed it. Because we're gonna get another.
It was a weird placement for that Sabu segment. They kind of shoehorned that in there, and the way the last match ended. I agree with you. I think they kind of limped into the tail end of this episode.
It's super disconnected from the rest of the show. That Sabu bit. Like at this point in the show, I texted Trent again, and I was like, the first half was really great. Second half is good, but not living up to the first half.
Right.
And so they don't get riled up until they do the in-ring announcements. Then the crowd starts popping for like Jeremy. This is kind of funny. Jeremy Borash says something about truth, and Truth signals the crowd, and the crowd goes, truth. Jeremy Porash says something else, truth. Yeah. So I rewound that again. I'm like, wait, what's going on here? And I'm like, oh, it's like a what chant, only cooler. So
well, we can't discount how much time there was, because with those segments, the long rundown from TNA and West, and then the video package, and then the entrances and the in the ring introduction, it was damn near over 15 minutes between the last wrestling match and the actual in-ring action of the next match.
Yeah.
That's like going to like a Monday Night Raw and just waiting there and not seeing anything.
Yeah.
Come on.
I can't blame
poor fans. Like they do the whole searching for the guitars, right? At this point. So Russo comes out looking for the guitars on the ring, finds
one. Is that a
one.
guitar in your pants?
Yeah. Well, he finds one. He tells Mike Posey to crawl into the ring. Like they're
goes all the way under the ring. He
all
comes
the
out
way
the
under
other
the ring.
side.
He gets another one. He finds another one under the ring, and he pulls it out. And then they're leaving, and then Zbyszko comes out of nowhere. He's like, wait a minute. You know, it's like, I think we should destroy. I think that was too easy. I think we should destroy these guitars. So then they destroy the two guitars. They destroy both guitars. Jarrett's like, what the hell? But but there's one that they missed right here, pal. Look at that. They missed that one right there. Look at that. That Jeff Jarrett guitar, baby. Look at that. There it is.
It may be my favorite prop on this show.
I am the chosen one. Look at that.
It's pretty sick.
Look at that. I got a TNA fucking acoustic guitar because that's how much of a mark Dave and I were. You know, it's how much of my we were. I got a Jeff Jarrett.
Did you buy that in St. Louis?
No, I got this.
No.
I got this by they were clearancing them out at one point.
Oh, that's right.
And I got it. Like it was like we had a bunch of unsigned ones. We used to sell them signed. And like we had unsigned ones. It was like the guy gave me a hell of a deal on it. Tony, Bill, those merch guy Tony used to work there. Gave me a hell of a deal. I was like, all right, fuck, I'm gonna get this. And it's not a bad guitar. It's actually pretty
Come on, let's get a little Be My Baby tonight.
Hey, that's on Patreon. I don't give that away for free. Come on.
Let's hear some acoustic Hemi.
Yeah, we'll do it on Patreon. So anyway, they go on and the match starts. I think the pace of the match, psychology, like Truth is actually wrestling a pretty good match. Like they're pacing it well. Like it's veteran style, pacing it well. But it kind of gets a little wonky. There's a girl screaming to death. I mean, the girl who's after every count, she's like, fuck up. The fuck is wrong with you?
That was me, sorry.
Jarrett gets to the outside and he picks up the steel steps and there's a guitar under the steel steps.
He was so smart. He's like, I'm so smart.
I wish he didn't do the whole point. I'm smart point. Like that whole thing, that whole deal used to do. Gets in the ring, sets it up, goes to hit Truth. Truth blocks it. I mean, they're blocking it. He's blocking there. They're kind of tugging at it, you know, back and forth. Truth gets it away, and then he nails Jarrett, makes the pin, as announced the winner, announced the champion on this. They announced was a new heavyweight champion 3 times. 3 live crew comes in. They're celebrating. It's pandemonium. And Russo comes out. Now there's a ref huddle going on. Russo comes out. The ref huddle starts it off. Russo comes out. Now the dilemma is if the guitar is used at all. They didn't say it by Jarrett. If the guitar is used, DQ. He's there. They're talking. Russo. I like how Russo's playing up. He's like he's hesitant to give this to him. He's like, bitch. I love the look on Jarrett. He's like, please, do the right thing. Please do the right thing. Like he's doing the whole praying thing. Like, please, Vince, do the right thing, Vince. Such a fucking heel. Such a shit heel.
Disqualify the suntan Superman.
It was hilarious. And then Russo looks hesitant. Dusty comes out. Like, do the right thing, been through so, you know. He's like,
don't make the decision with your head, make it with your heart.
The right thing and the wrong thing, been through so, don't make a decision with your head, make it with your heart. And then they go off the air without a conclusion. Tune in Friday on Fox
There's
Sports
$9.99 you'll never see again.
I was like, what? Are you shitting me, man? That's it?
Was pizza thrown off of Dave's couch and at the TV at this point?
Probably. We were We ate the pizza for sure. I'm sure we were frustrated. We were very frustrated.
What a letdown.
You guys better scrape that fried rice off the TV and eat that shit.
Thank you, David Blaine, for the super sticker. Thank you.
David Blaine.
Courtney wants
not
Courtney
the magician.
Asking, does our friend Dave have a Twitter? He does not anymore. He is not online. He does not have that.
You can catch Dave at the real world, wherever Dave lives and works.
At the
real life Technicolor.
I don't know where that is either. I'm guessing it's Chicago, but I have no clue.
He's out there. He's in the vicinity. But yeah, that was it. They go off the air. They hype Friday, and that's the end of number 100. I'm with you guys. Two schmaz endings. Two mains.
Well, but in the first half, I'm texting you, Trent, and I'm like, this is one of my favorite episodes ever. If I was going to show somebody an episode of TNA from the Asylum, I would pick this episode. And then we get to the Hardy Styles match, and from there, it's kind of just not so great, which is crazy because you would think that's where it would really pick up, but it didn't.
They do wrestle again. I know that. There's another match somewhere out there with these two. So AJ and Hardy do get it, and it's a better match, I believe. So it's a better one.
Yeah, it happened last year.
Oh, did it happen at WWE? They had a feud. Have they had a match there though? Have they
Styles and Hardy? They haven't.
No, I'm being silly.
Oh, I would imagine
they surely had to have
up north.
Match. Yeah.
They were both
I would
there.
think so. They were both there. Well, Hardy was injured for a lot of that time, though, for a year and a half that time, and then he was on Main Event, and who knows? They probably have.
But guys, that is number 100. And Dave, thank you for being here for it, man. That was
thank you, Dave.
How was it to go down memory lane here? How was that?
I appreciate it. Last time I came on was for our disappointed Raven not winning. And now this time I'm on for the disappointing no ending.
Bring him out
you got any other crappy episodes you want to bring?
Yeah. Hey Dave, can you come back and do the ICP episodes? We're gonna go do them all again.
Oh Lord Almighty! God, you remember that?
If he only comes on for the disappointment, Trent, it sounds like you might have to be on the one where you talk about the marriage.
Oh
God. He was at my wedding. He knows.
We need to get Dave on After Dark. Is where we need to get Dave.
If there's a night you're willing to stay up late,
on a weekend, we could do it on a Saturday.
We'll do a weekend. We'll do a weekend show. We do an After Dark show sometimes for the bonus show. If you want to come on, just shoot some BS. That's a good shit around show.
But I will say, there's one stipulation upon entry. You have to confess to a real life crime your first time on this show. So that's the barrier to entry on After Dark. And it's the highest tier, so don't worry. It's fairly secure.
Yeah, it's the highest Patreon too. But let's wrap it up, guys. We went pretty long here. Let's go and wrap this up. But let's get around. Dave is no social media, but Dave, is there? If you're not on social media, so what the hell?
No, I don't do it.
Do you even exist?
You can contact at Trent Zuberry, and he can
follow me.
That's where just start flooding him and just telling him you want to see more of me. And
are you a real person, Dave?
You are welcome anytime to do this. Honestly, if you have the 30-day trial, you might as well join us for the next 4 episodes.
We love Dave.
Oh,
you have to come out to Impact if they're in Chicago.
Yeah, you got to at least come. I think we got to do it.
Trent. You got to drag Dave out there.
He lived. He's not far from where Bound for Glory was. It was a tragedy. He didn't come. I had free tickets for the guy. Even
Bound for Glory was at the Odeum, which is getting torn down.
Well, the last show in there is going to be New Japan. It's going to be in there in April. That's going to be the last event in there. Yeah,
actually kind of cool. All right.
You should go to that. It's a good card.
Yeah, it might pop it.
Grab Dave. Go to New Japan.
New Japan it is. God damn it.
And then we'll go to Real Japan and get our Ribera fix.
Yes, get our fucking Ribera jackets.
We're not gonna get the jackets. We're not wrestlers.
We'll get the steak.
Not yet.
We're just gonna
not
eat
yet.
We're just gonna eat.
I hear I hear Moxley's gonna be there.
Maybe, who knows? Whatever it is, but let's get plugs. Mark, you're running the show Twitter basically. See, that's where
you're so you can find me at We Talk Impact.
Don't say that too loud.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
he's quietly running.
Yes. I wouldn't say I'm running it. I'm there sometimes. You'll know if it's me because I'm off my meds and I've been snarky as fuck. So if you see some shit stirring, that's most definitely me.
Shit stirring is Mark.
Yeah, that's definitely me. But you know what? That's just getting traction. People are like, yeah, man, fuck that dude.
People are jumping in on Mark's like hot takes. There's a lot of likes going on there.
Like, fuck those people.
Yeah, with that guy.
And the nice thing is, if anybody's like, man, that total nonstop impact trip, like, yeah, that's fucking Trent, dude. Talk to him. Fuck he's doing, man. But yeah, that's where you can find me. You can also find me on the Discord most of the time. So you can find that link in the description. You can find it on our socials. You can find it on the link tree. You can also find me on the Patreon. So if you are a patron and you send a message or you leave a comment or something like that, that's me. So you'll find me there. Please join the Discord. It is the best Impact Wrestling community, the most active Impact Wrestling community on the planet. We stream regularly as we can. We watch pay-per-views sometimes, so pop in, check us out. We'll see you there.
All right, cool. Bill, where can I follow you?
Mainly the Twitter, sometimes the Instagram at my name, William M. Gardner. And then if I see anyone out in New Orleans this coming weekend at Impact, I'll see you out there and say hello.
Come say hello to Bill. He'll be there. Front row as usual, guys. So Jaybone, what about you?
You can find me over in that other little podcast called Smash This Podcast. It's on YouTube and Twitch and wherever you get your podcast audio.
Nice. Guys, you get me at Transberry on Twitter. Also the show at We Talk Impact, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Audio of this podcast found on Apple, iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, Pandora, and Amazon. Rate, review, and subscribe, please. ProWrestlingTees.com/Total Nonstop Impact. Check out also Spreadshirt. Look up Total Nonstop Impact. There's a sale today. The 20% off. It is going on. It's still active for another hour if you want to catch it. So please go ahead and pick up some merchandise. Otherwise, you get full price. Spreadshirt, the link tree, links in the description below the video, guys. Go click that. Discord, like Mark mentioned, is there. Twitch.tv/Total Nonstop Impact. YouTube.com/Total Nonstop Impact. Anything else, boys? Is that it?
Dave, once again, thank you, Dave.
Yeah, man.
I know this is. Oh, great. We're always welcome back. I know it's not easy to fit it into everyone's schedule, especially if you're not used to doing it on a Monday night. So much love, Dave.
Thank you. All right, we're gonna do the outro. Dave, hang tight. Yep. We'll say goodbye to you backstage before I'm gonna play the outro here, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. There's no broadcast tomorrow, but Wednesday TNI UK is on with an all-new episode of Joker Steve and the Bison, and Thursday's the flagship show, the watch along that Bill and Jaybone will do. And then the post-show review with Bill, Jaybone, Alicia, and maybe Truck, whoever else joins.
I'll be live tomorrow.
Jay won't be live with Smash tomorrow, huh? What are you doing tomorrow? There you go. Smash the podcast. Right, today's Tuesday. No, today's Tuesday. Monday. This is Monday.
He's just covering something.
He's covering something. So join Jaybone. Join Jaybone tomorrow, guys.
Yeah, Jaybone's going to cover something tomorrow.
Get him on Smash This Podcast. In the meantime, guys, don't forget to subscribe to everything. Patreon.com/We Talk Impact for bonus shows. We will talk to you guys later. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. See you.